Okay, Samaria, it is time for a fun one for Fumble of the Week. Now, when I was growing up, we used to have shows like Pros vs. Joes and American Gladiators that showed the physical difference between a top-tier pro athlete and someone who was simply a gym class all-star. Now, I can't deny that every now and again, a Joe would beat a pro, and you'd be happy for the guy or woman. But usually the pro at that point was retired and their body was being held together by glue and duct tape and some chewing gum, so they weren't really elite. Never can I recall a time when a Joe took a shot at the active greatest in an individual sport. But in today's social media climate, where ordinary people think brushing their teeth makes them influential, we have a record amount of folks walking around with more confidence than R. Kelly at a prom. Now, in the 2028 Olympics, there will be a new sport introduced, and that sport is flag football. One of my favorite things to play even to this day. And according to Darryl Doucet, a quarterback in the AFFL, which is the flag football league here in America, he is not only better suited to play flag football than Patrick Mahomes, but he also believes that he can lead a team of flag football players to victory over a group of NFL players. Now, when I saw the clip circulating, I thought that maybe someone had done a bad edit job and was trying to make him look crazy. But he really said this. Now, I will give him credit for acknowledging that the NFL players would be better once they learned the rules and all the nuances of flag football. He did acknowledge that. I even respect the irrational confidence it takes to say that Mahomes should have tried out for the team and not just be handed a job because he's won 3 Super Bowls. It's irrational as hell. But clearly, a man with that much gall must be the GOAT, right? Like Darryl gotta be that guy. Well, I went and I found some clips of Darryl's highlights, and let's just say, bro is not like that, okay? He is 5'8", 140 pounds, respectfully. Now, I myself have been a dominant force on a flag football team since college. I have won championships. I have been an all-pro receiver and safety in multiple leagues. But never have I seen a man out there on that flag football field who I said, damn, that man could be a Hall of Fame NFL player. It's just it don't work quite like that. Now Darryl Doucet, you gonna get the Fumble of the Week this week, my brother, just because you tripping. Samaria, what are your thoughts on 5'8" flag football standout Darryl Doucet, declaring himself to be better than one Patrick Mahomes for flag football or any version of football, including Madden?
Yeah, he was wild for that. I think that he was just trying to add some shock value. He was trying to maybe get more eyeballs on the AFFL because there's no way that he truly thinks that. There's no way that he truly believes that. I will say, though, for the 2028 games, I don't think that any professional players are going to be on the team.
Why not, though? Like, you wouldn't want an opportunity to represent your country?
I only say this because you got to think about when the Olympics falls. They are in the heart of training camp. We just talked about how Simone Biles' husband was able to get a week off.
You better learn that man's name. Don't do that. You better learn that.
Jonathan Owens was
Don't
able to
do that.
get a week off in Chicago from training camp. And that was like a big deal. So think about all the training that they have to do, the off season where they should be preparing for the upcoming season where they're being paid millions of dollars. Like we just talked about, the millions of dollars. I don't think that these teams are going to let your star players like Mahomes or Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, none of these guys are going to, I just don't see it. So I do feel like you're going to get the best of the best from a league like the AFFL. They have teams across the country. We got one here in Nashville. I think they're like the Nighthawks or something like that. But I think that's going to be the team that represents. I think they're going to be whoever's the best of the best. Now, this guy, I don't even know if he does not make the team, like you cannot say anything. Ever.
When I watched his highlights, I was like, what kind of throwing motion is that?
Who does he play for?
Man, I don't know. I didn't retain that information. I just was looking at the man and how he was playing back there, and it didn't look elite. I played with some elite flag football quarterbacks who are like cold. And I didn't see that from him. So to say that he's the guy who Mahomes could never replace was just insane. You know, if the highlights looked better, if his tape was better, then, you know, I might play around with the idea of him being better suited. And I can't even say that. It's just not something you should say. It's just not
No,
something
he
you should say.
shouldn't say that. He shouldn't.
Yeah,
Say that. He
but I don't
check that his ass ain't gonna cash.
You are. Oh, look at you cursing. Okay, curse. I love a good curse from Samaria. Let me know you human. Yeah, nah. I don't think our star players even have to play. Like, we can have practice players be a part of the flag football league. You know, like it could be those caliber of guys. Because this is all. Because also, what I would hate to happen is what we just saw in 2024 and 2028 with the 3-on-3 basketball team.
I knew you was about to say.
Listen. If we got some Jimmy Fredette ass people trying to play flag football and represent our country who are not the ones, no.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No.
They definitely need to be better prepared. They need to start training now. They need to start doing like friendlies across the world. Like they need to be going because these other teams, these other countries, they be serious. They take this stuff serious.
They do.
So we need to be prepared. It's not we just gonna be throwing some people. No, we need some people who play flag football for a living.
Nah, we can throw pros out there. We can throw pros out there because from an athletic standpoint, they're gonna be dominant. Like the physicality isn't the same. Yes, the rules, sure, but that's what coaching is for. But from an athletic standpoint, it'll be a smooth and easy transition. They play 7-on-7 all the time, right? Like that's not too different. You know, there's a two-hand touch a lot of times in training camps. Like you're not allowed to tackle, so you know, grabbing a flag can be tough when people are doing hip drops and twists and turns and stuff like that, spin moves. But nah, we can't have people like this taking shots at Patrick Mahomes. This is he's trying to take the Noah Lyles playbook. But he is not a world champion. I get what you're trying to do, champ. You're trying to put that spotlight on yourself, and you did it. Cause I'm talking about you. We talking about you. You got hella clips, USA Today, all over the place. But not because anybody's taking you seriously. Because you are hanging your hat on something meaningful and worthwhile. It's just because we can't believe you said something so crazy. So better luck next time, my boy. Y'all let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Do you feel like there is any chance in hell that Patrick Mahomes would not dominate on a flag football field?